So, you've been playing Wildstar. Hold on, let me correct that. So, you've been lagging your way through Wildstar. And you've hit the point where it's finally time to do some dungeons. But dungeons are daunting. If only there was someone with some helpful tips to wait. That's right, I'm here to guide you through the first dungeon you'll come across in Wildstar. Stormtalon's Lair. Oh, but I can hear you now. Stormtalon's Lair isn't the first dungeon. What about Proto Games Academy? Fine. Tip number whatever. Stay out of the f***ing red! Common sense 101, bitches. But this is the very first dungeon. It's not like you're in any real danger. Oh! Whose bright idea was fire? See all of this? It's red. Don't be in it. Be in here. It's safe in the bubble. Don't ever go outside of it. Ever. See what happens when you think outside of the bubble? Lastly, this guy is a who wants you dead. You, Phineas. Okay, now that we're done with the little leagues, it's time for the big boys. But before we begin, let's do a little preparation. Step 1. Mental preparation. Before you begin the dungeon, ask yourself, are you an idiot? Or do you plan on being an idiot in the near future? If you answered yes, please reconsider doing the dungeon. You're a menace to yourself and everyone around you. Step 2. Know your role. This is more of a general tip, but still really important. Remember your role. Did you queue as a tank? No? Then don't act like it. Your healer can't heal, stupid. It doesn't work that way. Stop jumping in first. Let the guy with all the health and armor do that. You moron. Alright, now that the prep work is done, let's do this. Stormtalon's Lair. I'm going to skip the trash mobs because if you're wiping on those, you've got bigger problems. Let's go straight to the bosses. Boss 1. This guy is fairly simple. Stay out of the f***ing red! Yeah, I've said it before and I'll continue to say it until people stop thinking that red means stop. Red doesn't mean stop! At least not in Wildstar. Please don't follow that advice in real life. Concentrate on the boss for the first portion of the fight as his little minions here are invulnerable. That is until Mr. Invoker flies up into the air. Then they become unshielded. Now this is gonna sound a little weird, but everyone communicate and concentrate on one. Don't be that guy. The faster these little guys go down, the faster you get back to the boss, where you just run around like a chicken. Also, try to interrupt his bigger attack, as it will keep your group from having to run away. It's just easier. Eventually he'll fall. Then it's time for the TheHiveLeader's looting etiquette lesson. Need on everything you can. Everyone else is going to, so why not you? Even if you don't actually want it, you need it. That's how capitalism works. Don't be a communist. Boss 2. After bouncing around and killing a bunch of trash mobs, it's time for Athros, whatever. Start the fight normally, and eventually you'll be thrown across the room. Now remember in the last fight how I told you to stay out of the red? Well, in this one, stay out of the f***ing red! Sweet Jeebus, it's everywhere! When you get back to the boss, interrupt him from gaining more power, and the tornadoes and lightning should stop. Then continue the fight until eventually you get thrown across the room again. Then once again, you're forced to run through Mother Nature's obstacle course of death. Only this time, it won't stop when you reach the boss. It just keeps going. Ah, sweet Jeebus, stay out of the red! Stay out of the red! No tip, f*** it, every man for himself! Eventually he'll fall, and then it's on to the man himself. Oh god, I'm gonna throw up. Excuse me. Boss 3. Stormtalon. So after watching this dragon ooze out of that roof vagina, it's time to attack. This one is actually pretty easy. Stay out of the red. This will come in many forms, such as getting in close, running like hell, or getting to a certain point on the ground before everything else turns red. Just f***ing pay attention. And remember to sprint by holding down shift. It'll get you places faster. And that's Stormtalon's Lair. Once it's over, you should have the satisfaction of a job well done, some new loot, and the depression of knowing how you compare to your teammates. 5th place in damage? Man, I'm giving healers a bad name. And those were my tips on Stormtalon's Lair. This whole video is really just an excuse to keep playing Wildstar. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button for future videos. I've also put some other videos for you to watch right up here. You can also follow me on Twitter, and if you really want to help out the channel, you can buy some merchandise, or donate to me on Patreon like these other amazing people. I have it on good authority they were not birthed out of roof vaginas.